Hello, Executive Director Freddie Menendez of Frustrated Cartoons here. Black Lives Matter. Recently, I was thinking about doing something for Black History Month. I can't just make a sign and go outside. Where exactly would I go? Lately, I've seen videos of people lashing out over the issues of race for ridiculous reasons. And for some reason, I feel like the outside world isn't safe. So I took it upon myself to make a top 10 list. 10 fictional movies against blacks in general. Also, spoiler alert, number 10. I love Lord of the Rings, but let me break it down. Hobbits are hobbits, elves are elves, dwarves are dwarves, goblins are goblins, orcs are orcs, and so on. My main concern is man, or mankind. I don't see a single black villager or black brother in uniform, man, women, or children. Helm's Deep, Ward's Attack, Minas Tirith, The Ride of the Rohirrim, and the final battle. Not a single black man, women, or children in the background. Keep the main characters, but for some reason there's no diversity in Middle-earth among mankind. Number 9. It's like Lord of the Rings, but with only one black actor with the lead role. Evan Park plays as Mr. Hayes. He's a very unique sailor, voyager, war veteran, or whichever fits his character for this fictional movie. I don't care if it's 1929 or 1933. He's the only black man on board the SS Venture. I was starting to like his character. The way the character dies is racist. Nobody, under any circumstances, would shoot their guns in the darkness expecting to hit something. The scene where Mr. Hayes and the crew accidentally found Kong's cave. The director was like, okay, let's get rid of Mr. Hayes. I really don't care if the movie is following the 1933 version of King Kong. It's still racist. Number 8. Why would Morgan Freeman give his life to create a distraction for Bruce Willis, Helen Mirren, and John Malkovich? The movie is racist because he's the only black retired Secret Service agent and everybody else is white. I don't care about what happened in the comics, and I don't care if someone had to die. Morgan Freeman is my favorite actor, and the death of his character, Joe, was too sudden and too easy. I'd much rather watch him play as Lucius Fox in Batman. Number 7. I don't want to talk about the trooper uniforms looking like the Nazi uniforms. It's about the human race fighting giant killer bugs in outer space. There's diversity, but there's also racism. Tammy Adrian George plays as Dejana. If I didn't pronounce her name right, I'm sorry. What are the odds that a black woman accidentally kills someone during a live fire exercise? I don't know what's the penalty for accidentally killing someone during a military training, and it doesn't matter if Johnny Rico, played by Casper Van Dien, took the blame and got administrative punishment. It's still racist. Next we have Angela Brockman playing as Corporal Birdie? I'll say it again. Black Lives Matter. In the movie, I see troopers getting killed left and right by a giant bug monster. Corporal Birdie gets introduced once, and she gets her arm burned off by a giant bug monster. Last, Seth Gilliam, playing as Sugar Watkins. It's one of those times black man stays behind for the white heroes to live. You're trying to be a hero? Trying to kill some bugs, sir! Get out of here! Get out of here! Heroic, but racist. It just had to be him who gets injured, and he had to stay behind to nuke the giant bug monsters. Number 6. Calling someone boy is offensive to blacks. Blacks hear it on a daily basis. And don't ask me, how do you know that? It's also racist for a white person to expect a black person to do their bidding. And I don't like how Adrienne Barbeau playing as Cable was talking to Reggie Bates playing as Jude. Go on, get out of here. That is the equivalent of whites calling blacks boy or assuming they have control over blacks. If you've seen the movie, there's also another racist moment. Friendly fire! What? I thought it was the monster. Really? Because you shot him real good. I'm a trained soldier. Oh yeah? What if the guy was white? I would have shot him the same? Nope, you shot him because he was black. Number 5. Oh sure, blame the black man for everything. How is he supposed to know if the F-22 fighter jet was on their side? Tyrese Gibson plays as a soldier called Robert Epps. Josh Duhamel was playing as a soldier called William Lennox, and he just had to hit Tyrese. He was like, what the hell was that? Tyrese didn't have binoculars in the first Transformers. He had binoculars in the second Transformers. In the first movie, he had a radio. Raptor, Raptor, do you copy? In the second movie, he had binoculars. That F-22 has tattoos all over it. It's definitely not one of ours. At that very moment, I felt like Tyrese Gibson was being set up to look like an idiot. Number 4. Is there like no diversity in space? Mace Windu, played by Samuel L. Jackson, appears in episode 1, 2, and 3. His death was too easy and similar like the Stephen King movie The Shining. Scatman Crothers was the chef who dies in The Shining. Billy D. Williams plays as Lando Calrissian. He appears in episode 5, 6, and 9. It's racist how he's the only black man between episode 5 and 6. Donald Glover plays as the younger version of Lando in the Han Solo story. Last but not least, John Boyega playing as Finn. Sorry, you can't just add diversity for episode 7 to 9 and expect us to forget about episode 1 to 6. We're not going to talk about the Star Wars video games and television series. That's a different story. One last thing. Star Wars Rogue One is my favorite. Number 3. This is just a question. Wesley Snipes plays as Simon Phoenix. It's good for black actors to get a lead role in a fictional movie, but this is not what I had in mind. Demolition Man makes me ask questions like, was this character based on an actual person? I would do the research myself, except all I got is that the movie is a ripoff from a novel written by a Hungarian writer, István Nemir. Phoenix is too evil and unbelievable at the same time. Number 2. I love Men in Black. I've seen this movie hundreds of times since I was 7 years old. Tommy Lee Jones plays as Agent K and Will Smith plays as Agent J. This is about how Will Smith gets abused. Will Smith was a New York cop. Like, oh, he can handle regular criminals, but he can't handle extraterrestrial criminals. Well, duh!
Aliens basically have superpowers.
I know Agent J is supposed to be the rookie, the recruit, the freshman, but I feel like he gets abused too much. If I offended anyone who likes this movie, I'm sorry. But it was either this movie, The Fifth Element, or Rush Hour. Then I realized the two movies both have Chris Tucker. Number 1. We saw Arnold fight the Predator. Let's see Danny Glover fight. The final climax was disappointing. At least Arnold tries to fight the alien with his bare hands before realizing it does nothing. But for Danny Glover, his final fight wasn't so epic. His left arm was injured, so he has to use his right arm. His only weapon is the alien weapon, and I didn't like how he clings to the alien weapon or how he's too injured to do anything else. Arnold lost a lot of blood. Danny lost a lot of blood. Arnold had guns. Danny had more guns. It doesn't matter. The outcome is still racist. Ever since I heard the term Black Lives Matter, this is basically what I think about. This video is about black actors getting abused or how there's almost no diversity in movies. I almost can't seem to watch the movie I like without worrying about blacks in general. This is my first time trying to show my support for Black Lives Matter. If you think I've done a terrible job or offended your race, I'm sorry. But with all the craziness happening between 2016 and 2021, I can't pretend I don't have an opinion. Like I said, it's not safe to talk about anything. I'm not allowed to talk about racism, bigotry, segregation, discrimination, slavery, or culture without upsetting somebody. In the near future, I might talk about racist video games and television series. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you wish. Again, Black Lives Matter.